standing in fire. I will not be overcome. Through the valley of the shadow, I will not fear, and I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. In the midst of deep sorrow, I see your light is breaking through. Dark night overtake me. I am pressing to you. Lord, you fight my every battle, and I will not fear. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. You amaze me, redeem me, call me as your own. You amaze me, redeem me, you call me as your own. You amaze me, redeem me, you call me as your own. You amaze me, redeem me, you call me as your own. You're my strength, you're my defender, and you're my refuge in the storm. And through these trials, you've always been faithful, and you bring healing to my soul. And I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. No, I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me.
Girls, gotta tell you, you blessed them. And we won't ever get that smile off your mama's face. That is Brian and Lisa's daughters, in case y'all didn't know them. But what talent, what talent. What a blessing they were today. I know that for some reason we're not supposed to clap at funerals, but I'm an old man and I'll do things the way I want to do. Because I don't have many more than you do, right? Somebody told me the other day, I want you to do my funeral when I die. I said, well, you better hurry up and die. I love you, family. Lana probably was maybe 15 or 16 when Donna and I come into your family, and that's the way we feel about you, that you are the family. And Lana was a hoot. There's no way to get around it, right? I got to thinking, how in the world do I describe her? Now, I've got some things here that have been written down for me that I can use, but I read this story about Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the president, and some of his portraits would have a wart on his cheek. Others would not. And when he was the president, the artist was painting him. And the artist would move him here and he'd move him there and try to get different lines. The president knew what he was doing. The painter said, Mr. President, how do you want me to paint you? And he said, just like I am, wart and all. So that's Lana, just like she was, wart and all. But she was special. My, the thing I told Donna when she passed Saturday, I told Donna the first thing that I remember about her was her love for kids. And many of you are grown and have kids of your own, but you've got stories that you could tell, but they're not legal here today. She was a special girl. Let me read a passage of scripture that I trust will fit us. The psalmist says, behold, the eye of the Lord is upon those who fear him, upon those who hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive and in famine. Our soul waiteth on thee, Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him because we have trusted in his name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us according as we hope in thee. In another place, the psalmist said, I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. Miss Ann, you're quite a mama. You're more than did the job. I want you to know that. But you've been told that several times recently, and the kids has all loved on you for what you have done for one child. But you didn't do it for one child, you did it for all the children. And isn't that good? I tell you, I got some things here that need to be shared. Lana was one of the most generous people who helped out more people than I could ever name. At Christmas, she would buy presents for underprivileged children. She loved kids and loved helping them. Lana took my kids everywhere, and they always had the most fun with her. All kids wanted to be around Lana. We loved her deeply, and she will be missed. When Lana was a teenager, she bet Judy that she could make Lisa cry without ever touching her. Lana and Lisa always were bickering, and Judy took the bed. Lana and Judy were watching TV, and Lana yelled for Lisa to come in here. Lana asked Lisa to watch a movie with them. Within 5 minutes of the movie, Lisa started crying. They were watching Love Story. Lana won the bet. Judy paid her a whopping $1. One thing is for sure, Lana loved her nieces and her nephews. Here's some of the stories that we can legally tell. Things that Aunt Lana taught us. She taught us how to sneak candy and pop into a movie theater. She taught us how to TP a house and to hide in a ditch when someone would drive by, because she'd drive off and leave us. Lana taught us all of the major food groups: Little Debbie's, Lucky Charms, double stuffed Oreos, sour candy, and always stay hydrated with a can of Diet Coke. Lana would do anything for her nieces and nephews. She would let us live with her when we got mad at our parents. She drove cross country in her tracker with 3 of her nieces and a stray cat. The cat hated the car and meowed for hours until Anna finally had had enough. She gave the cat a bag. True story. She slept the rest of it. Lana would let us sit on her lap going down 3rd Street in her Geo Tracker. And when we hit the dip at the bottom, we'd fly up so high we'd hit the top. We called it the weed. Lana always knew how to make us laugh. One time, while at Ripley's Believe It or Not with her nieces, she fell asleep on a bench, and strangers took pictures with her, thinking she was part of the exhibit. We've got to give this to Ripley's Believe It or Not. One year, Lana decided she wanted to host Thanksgiving dinner at her house for the nieces and the nephews. Now, she had just moved in. She didn't even have a stove. So Sally brought over her 2-burner hot plate. Judy brought her a toaster oven. Knowing she couldn't cook a turkey, she went to the store and bought 4 Cornish hens, and she brought Little Debbie's for dessert. She even went as far as buying candles and putting little decorations on the Cornish hen's legs to make them look fancy. Needless to say, it was an unforgettable Thanksgiving dinner with Aunt Anna. All the great nieces and nephews called her Lana Tickle because she would jump out, scare them, chase them down, and tickle them. Lana was one of the most giving people. One year for Christmas, Lana and Angela adopted a needy family and wrapped 75 presents for them. Well, fun and all, we've described that. That's the best we could do. And I think it was pretty good. I'm pretty sure it's accurate.